This is the class for B Form first year, second semester. Topic is pollution from the subject environment. Here we go to discuss the definition of the pollution and cover the topic air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution. So let us continue. This is the definition of the pollution. Pollution is the effect of undesirable changes in our surroundings that have harmful effect on plants, animal and human beings. This occurs when only short-term economic gains are made at the cost of the long-term ecological benefits of humanity. In these words, or in this definition, we can say about the pollution, which is that the human beings doing work for humanity, but in the large scale, when we are doing the humanity's work or factory work or other type of work which use the resources in huge quantity, so they create the pollution. And we go to cover other topic. What is the pollutant? The definition of the pollution will define by the pollutants, which component that create pollution or who are responsible for the pollution called pollutant. They are include liquid, solid, gaseous substances present in greater than natural abundance present due to human activity which have a determined effect on our environment. In nature, the pollution is the process which go slow with the time, but when any human activity get this process in speed or increase the processing speed, then the pollutants are make in huge environment a huge amount and create our nature pollution. There are three types of pollutants: degradable or non-persistent pollutants, slowly degradable or persistent pollutants, and the third one is non-degradable pollutants. Here we are going to discuss the degradable or non-persistent pollutants. These can be rapidly broken down by natural processes. Example: domestic sewage discard vegetables. In other words, we can say that which pollutants those are created by domestic sewage discarded vegetables, they are called degradable or non-persistent pollutant. They are not present in the atmosphere for long time, so they are called non-persistent pollutants. They persist only for the short time and they degrade easily in natural ingredients by microbial or other events. Slowly degradable or persistent pollutants, these pollutants are that remain in the environment for many years in a unchanged condition and take decades for or longer to degrade, e.g. DDT or most plastics. These are the components which are chemically synthesized or artificially made by humans, and they are not present in nature in free form, so they degrade very slowly. By the slow degradation, they are called persistent. The persistency of these types of pollutants are high. And the third one is non-degradable pollutants. The non-degradable pollutants, these can not be degraded by natural process. Once they are released into the environment, they are difficult to eradicate and continue to accumulate. Examples, toxic elements like lead or mercury. These are the pollutants that are not easily made, but when they are made, they are not going to degrade easily. Example, lead or mercury. They present in environment for decades, long time, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 100 years, and many more. So, students, we cover the topic definition of pollution, pollutants, types of pollutants, and here we are going to discuss the topic air pollution. Simply, we are seeing that the air pollution, the history of air pollution, the origin of air pollution on the earth can be traced from the time when man started using firewood as a mean of cooking and heating. Hippocrates has mentioned air pollution in 400 BC. With the discovery and increasing of coal, air pollutants become more pronounced, especially in urban areas. So we are discussing some points of the history which clear that the air pollution, how could we persist in our environment. When the man is living in cave and found shelter in caves and jungles, but when they came from forest and make their own habitat or own bastis in open environment, then they make the food by the burning of fire, and the burning of firewood create huge amount of fumes which contains carbon monoxide and these types of air pollutants, and they create the pollution in the environment. So when these times is past and the urbanization is come in the society, then we can see the coal, or in Hindi we can say koila, is used for the factories to produce their materials, and coal is also used for cooking the food, and coal create huge fumes which contains carbon monoxide and other hazardous gases. It was recognized as a problem 700 years ago in London in the form of the smoke pollution, which prompted King Edward I to make the first anti-pollution law to restrict people from using coal for domestic heating in the years 1273. In England, the coal is using hugely for the cooking foods, and firewood are using for heating the rooms, because in London the temperature is going very low in the winter, so the fumes are created in huge amount. Then the King Edward I make the first anti-pollution law for public or for their citizens, for that they can judge the severity of the air pollution and see that what the people are doing for their domestic use. In the year 1300, Act was banning the use of coal was passed. The use of coal in the domestic in or for the domestic purpose totally banned, and they can use for only industrial purpose. The earliest recorded major disaster was the London smoke that occurred in 1952 that resulted in more than 400 deaths due to the accumulation of air pollutant over the city for 5 days. Before we go to study the environment or air pollution, we study the atmosphere. What is the atmosphere? The atmosphere, and we are going to see that the structure of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is normally composed of 79% of nitrogen, 20% of oxygen, and 1% of carbon dioxide, water vapor, and trace amounts of several other gases such as neon, helium, methane, krypton, hydrogen,